You are listening to Minor Metrics. I'm your host, Chris Mellon. This show is powered by a script written by Locke Fox and Eve Prosper. This content is aimed at players participating in the mining profession and is provided nightly to give you, dear listener, the information you need to sell your product at the right price. We'll start with Tritanium. Looking at the yearly graph, we see that the price is operating in the post-Rorqual regime with a slight recovery in recent weeks. Zooming into 90 days, we can see that this recovery is over, and our price is on the way back down. I recommend holding on to Tritanium and waiting for another peak. Next up is Pyrite. Looking at the yearly graph, we see the same Rorqual plummet with another slight recovery. Zooming into 90 days, we can see that this recovery has stalled, but not entirely dropped yet. Very likely, our price is going down the same way as Tritanium. I recommend selling your Pyrite now before the price takes a dip. Moving on to Mexilon, we see a very different story. Mexilon's placement leaves it immune to Rorqual changes, and demand seems to have increased. Zooming into 90 days, we see the price leveling off locally, but fitting a pattern of growth overall. If you happen to have a need to liquidate, it wouldn't be a bad move to sell, but if you're willing to watch the market, I would hold until you see a larger period of price stability. Moving through to Isogen, we've seen the price do nothing but drop, but zooming in, we see a very slight price hike. While 10% better than the trough, the price looks to have more room for growth. I would hold for the time being and hope for a 55 price point. Next up, we have Noxium, with a robust recovery in the recent weeks. Zooming into 90 days, we see the price recovering 10% from the previous low. Like Isogen, there looks to be more room for growth, but this movement is wider due to the more stable price of Noxium itself. I recommend liquidating Noxium unless you're willing to watch the market for the start of the drop. Zydrine is not fitting the mold at all, with a huge peak in late January, crash in late February, and again a slight recovery in recent weeks. Zooming into 90 days, we see only a 5% recovery from previous lows. Zydrine price is currently very stable with slow movements over the last few days. I would recommend holding and waiting for another peak. Lastly, we move to Megasite. We see a recent peak along the same lines as Zydrine with a staggered fall in price. Zooming in, we see a 10% decrease in price from the previous peak. It's unsafe to assume that this market will follow high-sec trends, and so I would recommend selling now before the price drops further, which it seems to be doing. If you can wait, however, I would hold to wait for another local peak. This has been Chris Mellon for Minor Metrics. That'll do it for the show. Check tomorrow for another episode.